Good morning. This is John G. Presco, and I'm a candidate for the governor of Oregon. Yay, go Oregon. Not. Boy, I woke up and boiled my hot water for my coffee, and I got on my phone here, and this article about this woman running for governor of Oregon. And I read it, and it was just gobbledygook, 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 gobbledygook. It just went on and on and on. And I think all the writers in Oregon should be fired. I'm talking about all the TV stations, news, radio, newspaper. Just fire the whole bunch of them. I mean, they're absolutely boring the crap out of me, and they got to be boring. You know, I what 89% of the citizens of Oregon that read this crap. What was her name? Kate something. I go. And what it let me describe what it is. It's anti-white rabbit. Remember Grace Slick? Go ask Alice when she was small, and one will make you butter, and one will make you. This is like Alice moves to Oregon or is born here and really wants to be evasive about just about every issue, especially if it's a man issue, MAN, big capital letters. It's got to be demanized, all right? And it's not really womanized, because then you don't want to attract perverts, see? So it's kind of like airy fairy, lost after 30 years of being practiced. Airy fairyism on 13th Street in Oregon. Gone. And it's morphed into this language, which I believe comes out of the U of O. And I saw it when they had a couple of art groups downtown that were made for alumni at the University of Oregon. And, my friend Mark Gall and his wife took me to these things, and it was like, whoa, these people are delicate, pale skinned white people. Very, very delicate, light skinned white people. So I think I'm going to do all my campaigning in my bathrobe, be Vinny the Chin West. See, people don't know who Vinny the Chin is. He was a mafia guy that lived in the village in, I think, on Carmine Street. So I decided, I think I've lost my only follower because I was being a little too cautious and really wasn't being the fool me, even though I read the Ching. Go Book of Strangers. That's my first act as a candidate for governor. And so I thought I'd get into this. Caught in the act. That's me in between my sister Christine and my mother Rosemary. And above my head was this crescent moon and star that you could really see clearly in the photograph that I lost. I put it in a book somewhere. So anyway, want me to read this? Okay. The photo was taken in the Oakland Hills of John Presco Center, his mom, Wright, and sister in December 1962. Now, this was published in the Berkeley Psychic Institute newspaper, and I forget the name of it right now. Darn. Like really people really want to read this. And it says, the energy above John's head appears to be a spirit guide he uses to help him communicate and feel safe. The being has the balance of an angel and works for John on a telepathic and direct voice healing agreement. This guide has known John in many past lives when they were priests in the 1500s, sailors in the Orient, the early 1600s, and witches in the late 1600s. In this present lifetime, this being is helping John bring his information up to date so that he can enjoy spiritual neutrality towards female energy. Good luck. I just wrote upon Rena filing stalking charges against me, and that's probably what the reporters, if they dare come to my house, should cover. No, because I'm a candidate for Oregon, and I've been accused of stalking my old muse and flame, and I didn't even have an address and a phone number. We exchanged 2 letters, and she freaked out about my second one because it was filled with this kind of energy and description and stuff. In fact, I made this voice had me write with one sitting the birth of Venus, and I put it to music, and I wanted Rena, who was dancing the Royal Ballet and taught modern dance in Bozeman, to do a dance score for this. And that's what I explained to her. And I made this tape, and I warned her, I said, you got to turn it over, hear the other side, because the first side is the death of Venus, where she becomes one with a stone called marble. But then when we flip it over, she's reborn when an artist, sees something in this stone and carves a statue of Venus. Really beautiful. And I've lost the tape. I gave a copy to Marilyn and my daughter's the mother, and they've lost it. And I think I've lost my copy. So, but I made this. So I set this out and stuff. And then one day I was reading it out on my balcony, and the sun hit the back of it. See that? Let me get a better light, a stronger light. Witch in the 1600s? Was that in Salem, John? Were you a witch in Salem? Well, okay. I should have set this up. So, okay. Where's my flashlight? Flashlight. Phone.
According to Business Insider, you can turn on the flashlight on most Androids by pulling down the Quick Settings menu from the top of the screen and tapping the flashlight button. You can also turn on the flashlight with a voice.
Oh. Flashlight.
Turning flashlight on.
Oh, cool. Hey, you can dog new tricks, right? Okay, so here we are. Get ready for it. What the hell's going on here? Look at that. Okay, my phone's battery's going up, but see? I didn't notice when I copied this that this was on the back of it. The moon guide, see? And then the sun caught this. And there's this moon and sun type of eclipse over me. and these crescent moons over my mother and my sister. Wow, talk about moon feminine energy, huh? See, this stuff was pretty popular in Eugene, Oregon at one time, even Portland, Oregon. But it got wiped out, see. And who wiped it out? Well, these transparent skinned white women that graduated from the U of O, and they kind of, missed being a hippie and a post hippie and a incense charm, a salesperson owning a store somewhere, on 13th or whatever. So they went to college and they got, they employed their big brains. Flashlight.
Turning flashlight on.
So, come on, let's turn it off. Oh, it is off. So, what to do with my big brain. And then some wanted to become Republicans, some wanted to be Democrats. There's really no middle ground. They try to create this fake middle ground, which is just, it's like, oh my God, it's the broth of death. It's so boring. It's so friggin' boring. The energy that these women created here in the Emerald Valley, and the men just let them do it because they got these THC addictions, and they're very concerned about legalizing marijuana and the THC content of their marijuana going higher and higher. And then you had the fight over Ken Kesey Square, and then you had the fight over Ken Kesey's literary heritage, and it had, then they had the homeless problem. Oh my God, the homeless problem. And then, people in the suburbs don't want to pay taxes. They want to be white people, only Republican. They only want to, they don't want to have any deal with social issues. They just want the taxes to be cut so they'll have more money to go spend on washers and dryers and invest in new real estate, and on it goes. And there is interesting history in Oregon. Joseph Lane ran as the vice president with Breckinridge, and that was the Confederacy. Joseph Lane was a top leading Confederate, and he lived here. And we got Lane County, and I tried to get the name changed to his son, Harry Lane, who was just the opposite of his father. He was a Democrat, progressive, rather than change the name, get it eradicated from all our documents and stuff like that. That didn't work out. All right, so I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to show you that this weird stuff. If you want to vote for a far out weird candidate, then I'm your man. I'm not afraid to deal with any issue. Taxes, homelessness, weirdness, extraterrestrial spirit guides, you name it. Because that's what we all deal with, see? Everybody that lives in Oregon, basically comes in contact with the stuff that I'm talking about in this video. But yet when it's time to run for governor, it's like they all clam up. I want people to think that I'm normal. Why? Oregon's not normal. It never has been normal. And the attempt to be normal it is really destructive. It's destroying the only thing that's good about Oregon. It's that the people, used to be very interesting, and they used to be very involved in interesting things. But come election time, you can't find an interesting topic anywhere. I got to post that whole thing on this Kate person that I read. It's just gobbledygook. I'm going, who writes this stuff? How can anybody anywhere in any profession write this gobbledygook. I won't do it, folks. I just won't do it. Okay, this is John G. Presco, and I'm running for the governor of Oregon, and I'm talking about forming a third party when I don't win. So it looks like we're going to have at least a third party idea out of my candidacy. We need one, folks. Okay. Go out, do something interesting today. This is your chance.